Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bold Fans channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. While Elektra is away, Dylan brings the heat with Will after Hope begs Deacon to see Taylor. Sheila makes her case to Deke today on The Bold and the Beautiful. Steffy cautions Taylor once more, and Deacon worries about leaving Sheila. Hope tells her father at Deacon's house that it's clear he has affections for Taylor. Deacon dismisses the fact that he is wed to Sheila. Hope argues that she failed him. Deacon reiterates that Taylor might be in danger if he were to abandon her. Hope is amazed that her father genuinely cares for Taylor. "Please don't repeat this," he exclaims. "Absolutely." Hope sobs, lamenting that his joy is being stolen because he is afraid of what Sheila might do. "So what?" declares Deacon. "Will I dissolve my marriage?" He cannot take the chance of upsetting Sheila. Steffy cautions her mother not to provoke crazy Sheila at Taylor's office. She will pursue her as long as the lunatic is still alive and breathing. This time she must permanently stop treating Deacon. Steffy fears Deacon may abandon Sheila for her. That is not possible. Sheila's request at Il Giardino. Sheila approaches Deke and asks him how much she and his father are in love. Deke isn't very receptive since she believes that one day he and his sister will support her marriage to Deacon, just as Taylor has. She is aware of how amazing she is as a woman. "Or my dad," chirps Deke. Ivy apologizes to Elektra for having to cancel her arrangements with Will at trading places at Forrester. The fact that her boyfriend will be dining by himself tonight makes Elektra sigh. But Will is asking Dylan to dinner at the beach house. Without Elektra, she feels a little uncomfortable, but he comforts her. While Ivy and Elektra talk about how Dylan is a kind guy and a great friend, she is at the beach house doing their laundry in return for their generosity. Will teases that by being truthful about his teriyaki chicken, he may truly compensate him. The fact that Dylan and Will share a home seems a bit out of place to Ivy. Elektra is annoyed because her lover is fantastic. Her niece has been spending a lot of time there, Ivy clucks. Ivy claims that she informed him that it couldn't be a common occurrence. Though disappointed, he was sympathetic. Ivy would like it to happen. Dylan is telling Will at the beach house that she enjoys a little spice with her sweet. The topic of his mother leaving Forrester comes up. Will notes that RJ returned with a big ol' head on his shoulders and says that she wasn't being treated fairly. He's hoping Dylan can work there. She sprays hot sauce on his chicken while they yuck it up. Steffy discovers Elektra in the design office and informs her that Dylan would be a good fit for the reception desk position. There are some others there who might be interested, so she urges her not to tell her just yet. She is thanked by Elektra. Steffy makes a comment about Dylan remaining at Will's garage. Elektra will be able to move and have her guy all to herself once she gets a job. The last scene's Dylan smiles while watching Will slumber on the couch at the beach house while sneaking in to do the laundry. Sheila tells Deke at Il Giardino that Taylor will always be unique, since she kept their marriage intact. He turns to leave. Hope begs her father to inform Sheila that he wants his independence while they are at Deacon's house. "This is a big one, honey," Deacon cautions, saying he will need time to consider it. Hope begs him to go tell Taylor how he truly feels. Hope goes to the restaurant with Deke and tells him about her talk with their father. Even though things are risky, it's clear that he loves Taylor. "I instructed him to visit her." In her office, Taylor considers Deacon's file on her computer screen. Hopefully, he's with her right now. Deacon explains he had to see Taylor when he walks into her office. The only thing he is certain of in his quest to determine his future is that he wants her to be a part of it. She also desires that. Deacon exhales that he wants her in his life since she is the most attractive woman. They then begin giving each other passionate kisses. We discover that this was all in Deacon's head when he awakens. He remains at home. Taylor lets out a breath and removes her hair from her neck while at her workplace. It turns out that she and Deacon were experiencing the same daydream at the same moment. The Bold and the Beautiful's next scene features everyone frantically trying to keep Sheila in the dark. Thursday, January 22nd. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Elektra's Dylan raises red flags as Steffy attacks matchmaker Hope. According to The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers on Thursday, January 22nd, Elektra Forrester will deal with some Dylan red flags while Steffy Forrester Finnegan will criticize matchmaker Hope Logan Spencer. Elektra will first confide in Will about his concerns about his houseguest on Thursday's B&B episode. Elektra is not happy about her buddy staying alone with Will on the farm, even if she wants to assist Dylan. Elektra's discomfort may have been exacerbated by Ivy Forrester's speech at work, which she believes is improper. However, given that Steffy mentioned a receptionist position that Dylan might be able to fill, Elektra would hope that this arrangement won't last much longer. Elektra will keep reminding herself that the situation is only temporary, because she is ready for Dylan to acquire a job and move out. Elektra will continue to find reasons to be concerned, even if Will reassures her that she can trust him. If Elektra learns that Will invited Dylan to supper while she was working late, she would feel uneasy. Steffy and Hope will argue over what's best for Deacon Sharp and Taylor Hayes in the meantime. Hope has been encouraging Deacon to follow his heart and express his feelings to Taylor since she believes he is being held captive in his own marriage. Naturally, Steffy has been getting more and more concerned that Deacon would leave Sheila Sharp and go after Taylor. Steffy will be upset to learn that Hope has been essentially acting as a matchmaker for Taylor and Deacon. Steffy will become agitated as she maintains that Deacon and Taylor's relationship is just too risky for them to give into. They might already be past the point of no return, despite Steffy's belief that they must stop this before it's too late. Will the current vision of Deacon and Taylor kissing soon become a genuine make-out session? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, everyone will try to keep Sheila in the dark about Taylor and Deacon's genuine sentiments for the time being, but she will finally learn of that shocking information. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Due to her lack of professionalism, Taylor may lose her license. According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes may lose her job if she keeps doing this, because she is engaging with her lover, Deacon Sharp, who also happens to be one of her clients, in addition to gaslighting Sheila Carter in her official capacity as a certified therapist. Given everything mentioned above, shouldn't Taylor be concerned that her recent actions could result in her license being revoked for lack of professionalism? At this point, her actions are completely unethical, but Taylor doesn't appear to understand that. Sheila, however, has been informed by Taylor that she is not permitted to visit her office at any time, serve as her therapist or sounding board, or discuss her meetings with Deacon. Although Taylor has the right to set such boundaries and has not been unkind in her communication with Sheila, Sheila continues to cross them. In any case, this is going to become really poisonous. Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful obviously had a lot to say about the issue on social media. I cringe at the ignorance of these writers every time they allow Taylor to gaslight a vulnerable person and prove to us what a horrible person she is on the daily. Taylor Hayes is being accused of being very unethical. She has crossed the line repeatedly, professionally, with no repercussions. I feel no sorrow for whatever Taylor has coming from Sheila. Setting aside her hypocritical behavior, Sheila is a known wild card, to put it mildly, and her BS is just as dangerous as Steffy's attack dog routine. Taylor has never been professional, was another remark. She of all the fucking people on this cursed show knows that. From the time she began working as Ridge's therapist following Caroline's passing. It's unclear at this point whether Taylor is aware that she has crossed boundaries, but it's unlikely. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Katie runs the risk of losing the element of surprise because Eric can't keep a secret for long. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Eric Forrester chose to do more than just teach Katie Logan Spencer. He wants to assist her in creating Logan from the ground up. But that revelation will do more than just enrage Ridge and Brooke Logan Forrester. Acquiring that information would enable Forrester Creations to formulate an answer. The clever move will be to conceal Eric's involvement, so that he can mentor Katie and assist her in making the numerous crucial choices that a developing company in this fiercely competitive sector must make. She will also receive Eric's most recent drawings, which Ridge and Brooke haven't seen. Gaining a Logan advantage requires surprise. As Bill Spencer should be aware, business plans, particularly surprises, are kept secret from rivals. Therefore, when Bill stated that he intended to spread the word about Eric joining Logan through the media, his new wife was correct to chastise him. Katie wishes to conceal Eric's remarkable decision. Additionally, he informed her that's how he intends to move forward, trusting that Ridge and Brooke will be informed when the time is appropriate. Viewers are aware that there is never a perfect moment. As he told Donna Logan, Eric essentially wants to see how things work out before FC finds out what he's doing. Eric seems to believe that taking that route would also grant him the right to permanently conceal his affiliation with Katie's new design brand. When Brooke returned to Logan and expressed her desire for peace to her younger sister, she was being sincere. Naturally, Lang's character was unaware that Eric and Katie had already reached a verbal agreement on a contract. Similar to Ridge, Brooke greatly underestimates her sister's potential for success. She made it clear that she didn't want Katie to fail, which was a hint at Tom's character's recent daytime nightmare. If Eric wants to keep Brooke and Ridge in the dark, he must be extremely covert and avoid being spotted in Logan's offices. An early disclosure of this development would prevent this plot point from occurring. Katie Logan Spencer gains a big advantage. It goes without saying that having a lead designer is essential. Therefore, she didn't plan for Deke Sharp to become Logan's frontman after their recent talk at Il Giardino. Her subsequent interactions with Bill revealed to viewers that Deke will be a member of the team, and Eric is the lead designer. When he heard out that FC's co-founder was on board, the man who offered Katie this chance was ecstatic. This really is a game changer. However, the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers are about to square off in another great family match, so the fans are all prepared. A fantastic soap opera is on the horizon. January 26 spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, big meltdowns, broken promises, and wedding objectives. According to spoilers for the week of January 26th to 30th on The Bold and the Beautiful, viewers can expect some wedding goals, promise breakers, and significant meltdowns. There will be a lot of excitement soon, so let's talk about BMB's future. We should start by discussing Dylan, who will gradually strengthen her friendship with Will Spencer in spite of her assurances to Electra Forrester that their relationship will be respected. Naturally, once Will is distracted, RJ Forrester ought to be happy. RJ will have the chance to continue developing their own relationship and steal more time from Electra. John Finn Finnegan could worry about what Sheila Sharp might do if Deacon Sharp fails her. Finn had already heard Steffy Forrester Finnegan's worries about Deacon and Taylor Hayes' spark, which might soon become a full-fledged wildfire. Finn might become more worried about the potential threat after speaking with Sheila at Il Giardino. Keep an eye out for the countdown to turmoil as Sheila may start to doubt Deacon and Taylor's genuine feelings in the upcoming episodes. Steffy could worry more about losing her mother to Sheila's anger than Deacon, who will unavoidably break his marital vows and run the risk of turning Sheila against Taylor. Because of all the secrecy at Logan, Donna Logan Spencer might suffer another breakdown. Eric Forrester's new position as lead designer at Logan is being kept under wraps by Katie Logan Spencer and Eric, but ultimately the news must come out. The only question is how and when Brooke Logan Forrester and Ridge Forrester will be informed of Eric's upsetting news. Katie and Eric will undoubtedly encounter criticism at some point. Donna might even be held accountable for initially keeping Ridge and Brooke in the dark. As they anticipate their impending marriage, Daphne Rose and Carter Walton will set some wedding objectives in the interim. Hope Logan Spencer and Liam Spencer will continue to enjoy their own recent remarriage, but eventually they will be drawn into some new family drama scenarios. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, there will be highs and lows throughout the week of January 26th to 30th. Don't miss any of the action. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful blow up. Daphne Rose wants to leave Los Angeles. Is she going to permanently break Carter Walton's heart? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful are raising concerns among fans, and one issue is currently dominating all conversations. Why is Daphne Rose talking about moving back to Paris instead of Los Angeles? It doesn't make sense on paper. At last, Daphne Rose gets all she said she want. Carter Walton, a well-known influential man with strong ties to Los Angeles, is her fiancé. She is deeply ingrained in the Forrester universe. She is no longer pursuing males who aren't available. Her struggle for significance has ended. She has security, stability, and a clear future ahead of her. Nevertheless, she is examining airline tickets to return to Paris. What has changed then? More significantly, what is Daphne fleeing? Fans are angry and perplexed by Daphne Rose's abrupt change. When Daphne Rose was initially introduced on The Bold and the Beautiful, she was portrayed as a woman who knew precisely what she wanted. She was audacious, assured, assertive. Even though it meant going straight into the thick of Carter Walton's relationship with Hope Logan Spencer, she didn't think twice about pursuing him. Daphne didn't tread carefully. She didn't hold off. She didn't express regret. She deliberately pursued Carter and she prevailed. Because of this, it feels like narrative whiplash that she suddenly wants to leave Los Angeles. The obvious questions are being asked by fans. A why now? A why Paris? A when everything finally came together, why leave? And the worst query of all. Was Carter merely another victory? Let's go back. Daphne's actions are raising red flags, from obsession to exit strategy. Carter was aggressively followed by Daphne. She presented herself as the lady who had a deeper understanding of him than Hope could. Despite deliberately producing drama, she presented herself as emotionally mature, self-reliant, and uninterested in it. She informed Carter that she didn't require a romantic relationship. She assured him that she was content on her own. She assured him that she was not in a desperate situation. However, her behavior suggested otherwise. She went after him. Hope was undermined by her. She filled every emotional void in Carter's life. Daphne is agitated now that she has won. Uneasy. Detached. It's not a romantic pattern. It is avoidant. Does Daphne feel buyer's remorse? Fans are beginning to believe that Daphne is suffering from classic buyer's remorse. Carter Walton did not simply abandon Hope. He left things incomplete. Unresolved feelings. A lengthy history of broken relationships. It's possible that Daphne is understanding that marrying Carter entails taking on all of that baggage, including the intense public scrutiny associated with his romantic past. Carter is not merely in love. He tumbles freely. And when will it be over? It doesn't end well. Daphne might be wondering if she's actually Carter's greatest love, or if she's just the person who arrived at the perfect time when Hope left. Fans are brutal. And they're not wrong. Daphne's inconsistent characterization has been the subject of a brutal fan reaction. I'd be hesitant too, given his history of falling head over heels in love and that Lady Macbeth fiasco, a fan commented. Another said, he literally just broke up with Hope and she wants him to commit. I'd wonder if I'm the rebound by default. In real life, we'd be running away from a guy like this. Perhaps the most scathing remark is, she's supposed to be this boss bee from Paris and so far she's driven by testosterone and chases after men that are taken. This critique cuts deep because it highlights the fundamental problem with Daphne's storyline. She was described as strong. However, the writing is reactive. Is Paris a retreat or an escape? Daphne's mental safety net has always been Paris. Her family is there. Her identity existed there prior to Carter. She didn't have to deal with Forrester power dynamics or compete with Logan women there. It's not necessarily suspect to want to go back to Paris. However, there is definitely a desire to go back now, immediately following engagement. The timing points to one of three possible outcomes for Carter Walton. Daphne is really doubting him. Daphne is concealing something she doesn't want revealed in Los Angeles. Or Daphne never intended to stay long-term. Carter Walton. Always in love, always left behind? One of the most emotionally unfortunate men on canvas today is Carter Walton. Carter's romantic life is a maze of near misses and emotional damage, despite his kindness, loyalty, and achievement. I hope. Quinn. Paris. Daphne now. Carter gives it his all every time. The woman eventually retreats each time. And now, Carter might be on the verge of experiencing another heartbreak without even realizing it. The uncomfortable truth fans are beginning to acknowledge is that the Carter-Daphne engagement doesn't feel earned. It happened quickly. It omitted the emotional foundation. Rather than compatibility, it depended on chemistry. Daphne might be realizing she consented to a future she doesn't truly desire now that the rush of excitement has subsided. Is Daphne worried about turning into another Logan casualty? Women who do not belong to the Logan family are not treated well in Los Angeles. Daphne already has adversaries. She is already stigmatized as the other woman and is frequently compared to Hope. Daphne would be permanently confined to that battlefield if she married Carter. Anonymity is available in Paris. Control is offered by Paris. Paris provides distance. Daphne may be trying to regain her independence before it's too late by running back to Paris. Or is Daphne going to reveal something shocking? Escalation is required by soap logic. This suggests that Daphne's wish to depart might be motivated by a secret, rather than fear or uncertainty. Does Daphne have something to conceal? A fear of getting pregnant? A previous partnership? A legal matter? A crisis within the family? Or worse, did Daphne have no intention of getting married to Carter? The biggest error made by the writers was failing to explain Daphne. This is where the audience is being let down by the show. It's unclear what Daphne is motivated by. Her emotional trajectory is erratic. Plot convenience, not character truth, seems to be the driving force behind her decisions. Because Daphne wants to go, fans are not upset. The show hasn't earned it, which is why they are upset. Such a stupid storyline, one fan commented. She was disliked at first, but once you bring her back and make her captivating with her singing voice, Carter falls in love, and she simply walks away. What was the purpose? That's not picking faults. That is a legitimate criticism. What will happen to Carter if Daphne leaves? Carter will have to face the unpleasant truth that he consistently selects women who aren't prepared to remain if Daphne departs. Carter may go down one of several routes as a result of that realization. Emotional seclusion, reckless rebound, career focus, or surprisingly, a return to hope. If Daphne leaves without giving a reason, Carter might go into even more of a downward spiral. Conclusion. Is Daphne resetting the story or running? There is more to Daphne Rose's desire to go back to Paris than just a story twist. It's a vote on her whole plot. This may develop into a compelling story about self-awareness, fear, and independence if handled skillfully. Fans' worst fears that Daphne was never meant to survive, never completely developed, and never genuinely involved will be confirmed if it is handled poorly. In any case, Carter Walton is in a precarious emotional situation, and Daphne's next action might either save them both or ruin him entirely.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.